Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
And if you're watching this on the public YouTube release right now, the finale to Apothecary Diaries Season 1 is live. I bet it's amazing. I bet it's mind-blowing. We obviously have no idea yet.
It's live on the Patreon or the channel membership, but yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's live. Yes, I should clarify. It's live on those places. So if you want to see it, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, hey, that's fine. Patience is a virtue.
We appreciate you being here anyways.
Exactly. So, but that being said, we are quite far away right now. We're at going into episode, this actually says 17, but it's not true. Actually, this is episode 19. But what do we think is going to happen up to the lead up into the finale, right? Like, we're not quite into the finale. Maybe we are into the buildings of the finale right now. Because I don't know how you pivot away to something else, actually, now that we're kind of getting into this Lacan stuff. What do we think? Like, what does the finale of Apothecary Diaries look like?
Well, they're building Lacan as quite the antagonistic figure right now. And so, like, I'm wondering, okay, is he antagonistic for the latter half, or I guess the latter, like, quarter of the season? Or is he someone that's going to keep, being a thorn in Maomao's side? And I don't think he's gonna be gone. Like, I was trying to think, okay, is like a final confrontation with him, the season finale, but it's like, okay, well, what does that even mean? How does that look like? And what does that mean for the future? And I'm like, no, I don't think that'd be necessarily the way they do it, because I feel like he's gonna be someone who's gonna stick around for a while. He's quite high up. I mean, I don't think he's as high as Jinshi, but
yeah, I don't think so. No, definitely not. In fact, he's pretty much outright said it, right?
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, do we want Jinshi to come in and solve Maomao's problem with her dad, right? Somehow, like, get him out of the palace to like an assignment elsewhere or something. And so, like, what does that look like for Maomao? Does that change her opinion of Jinshi? And because she clearly, as they established last episode, she likes him, right? She's starting to get some romantic feelings for him. And so does that...
You're talking about that comment she made about keeping her emotions in check?
Yes, yeah.
I wonder, though, in the greater context now that we have, if she was referring to Lacan instead. Right?
It's possible. I still think it was towards Jinshi, but it's possible.
I don't remember the exact details of our conversation, but I do remember there was some kind of like weird disjointed way that it was we were kind of seeing it, and we were like, that's weird. Why is she saying it this way? But if she was talking about Lacan, then maybe that makes more sense.
Yeah, maybe. I can see where you're coming with that.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Yeah, so, but if that was about Jinshi and it's about her romantic feelings towards him, then, like, I don't know. I don't know how long they'll keep this whole will they, won't they thing going.
It's anime,
that
bro.
Also seems...
It could go 7 seasons of will they, won't they.
Oh, my gosh. I don't mind some will they, won't they stuff, even if it spans multiple seasons, but the longer it goes on, the less natural it feels.
Sure.
And so after a certain point, it's just like, bro, you guys are just stretching this out for the sake of it. So if they do stretch it out, I hope they are able to maintain. And the show so far has been like beautifully written, so I don't think it'd get old. But I just hope that if they do stretch it out, it's like good. Like, there's meaningful progress in that while still maintaining that tension. We'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah.
But to bring it back to the season finale, bro, that was just a long-winded answer and a long-winded way of saying I have no idea. Do you have any predictions?
Yeah, I've been really trying to think about it, but I just don't understand. Like, the only thing I can think of to be like a tension-filled finale type of thing is like, okay, we have like Lacan, who wants to get his hands on Maomao, but like, we don't really understand why. Is it a control thing? Is it a Is it
That's a great question.
right? Is it a desire for like a parental desire, like in a kind of, he's still a freaked up guy, but he wants his own, his daughter? Is it a revenge thing against, the girl that her parental or her biological mother, right? Like to, get revenge more on her, to take one more dig at her, to like have access to her child or control over her child? Is it I don't know, is it a freaking dark thing where this dude's kind of freaking a sicko and he's like, oh yeah, like I'm going to have access to your freaking kid, right? Like who knows how crazy this dude is, right? It could be anything.
Yeah.
So
based on what we know between all those options, I'm going to just say power. It's like a power control kind of thing. He enjoys that.
I think it's most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think
but who
so.
knows,
Okay, so
right?
if we assume that's regardless, put the motivation aside, it could be any of those things or more. Then it becomes okay. Does this become a higher and higher heightened of tension kind of chess game between Lacan, Maomao, and Jinshi trying to play keep away? Right? Is that what this becomes? And like Lacan is so cunning that he gets closer and closer, and it's like a question of, okay, is he gonna get her or is she gonna be safe? And it becomes like at the end of the season, it kind of comes to a head, and like that's the kind of tension, the focal point that we get. That's what I'm thinking, like the slow close in of the walls or the hands really around of Lacan's hands around Maomao.
Yeah, he seems like the kind of sick freak who he'll be enjoying this game of cat and mouse, and he'll know how much it's like hurting Maomao.
Yes.
And the stakes will be real to her, and she'll be like scared and traumatized by this guy, rightfully so. And he's like not thinking any of it. Like he's taking it seriously in as much as it's hurting Maomao. Because he sees how scared she is. But he's like detached from it emotionally. Like that's the kind of guy that I picture him as like this sick, kind of likes control, likes freaking, imposing that on her.
Yeah, even just probably adding that pressure and that pursuit of stress to her is probably all he would even want.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably genuinely does want access and control over her for his own twisted reasons, but even just the game and the hunt itself, knowing that the prey is running and his stress is probably like part of the fun for him. Yeah,
that's how I picture him the most, because like his introduction even was him playing Chinese checkers, right? Like he likes the strategy and all that kind of crap.
That's a great freaking point. Do you think so? I noticed, and I was a little taken aback initially, that Jinshi did not take this too seriously. Like he knows it's serious, but he like brought it up to her as if like, are you open to this? Like what's really going on? And then he obviously got a real big wake up as to what's really her feelings are. And I think he'll be taking it more seriously, but I don't think he's taking it seriously enough yet. And I wonder if in the lead up to the finale that he starts to realize that this is more and more of a sick game for Lacan and how much it's hurting Maomao. And I wonder if he'll become more serious. And I was just thinking about this, and then I had the thought, well, wait a second. What if we got to a point where he becomes, like, Jinshi becomes so serious about this that he has to physically protect Maomao? And you know how they had the things on his hand?
The calluses,
The calluses that he's been like practicing, and he was potentially a soldier, or he's just been practicing himself, and he's freaking ripped. And I thought, wait a second, is this like they're dropping hints that there's going to be a physical altercation at some point with Jinshi, and Jinshi's going to beat the frick out of Lacan? Like, how sick would that be?
I would like to see that. I would like to see that.
That
like,
would be
Jinshi,
amazing.
He's clearly very skilled. I don't know what that sword martial art that he was practicing is called.
Probably
like
kendo.
I'm sure there is. Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he looked very skilled at that. He's very ripped. Like I gotta assume he's like pretty strong. And he's way younger than Lacan. So he's got the upper hand.
Everything.
You know.
Yeah. Except for maybe.
Yeah, but Yeah, maybe, yeah. And so like Lacan has the cunning,
Yes.
Jinshi has the youth and strength, but Maomao, she's got the cunning as well. So maybe her
Maybe the
and Jinshi team up.
combination, yeah, can
Yeah.
beat him. Yeah, yeah. Maybe, yeah, that's true. Maybe Maomao beats him in cunning, and Jinshi beats him in brawn. It's like an ultimate defeat, man. It just fricks him
Yes.
up. Yeah.
It'd
Interesting.
be
Yeah,
he deserved much more, but it at least
sure.
there's that, at least some small justice. So
100%. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. I'm really interested to see. I have a little bit of doubt that even our predictions will be correct at all because
yeah, I
it's a
was just
little bit
thinking like
hard.
watch the emperor come in like the first 5 minutes of this like thing and
Yeah, and it's just like,
take the story a completely different way. Yeah.
oh, this speculation was for nothing. Great. Yeah, but yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to see, right? So,
Okay, let's do
all
it.
right, let's do it. Yeah, he's gonna meet with the emperor, right? Okay, never mind. Oh, frick. It's really affected him. Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
He's starting to get serious, I think.
別の倉庫で盗みがあったみたいなんだ。あの時の騒ぎに乗じたとしか考えられない。
足場泥棒ですか。何が盗まれたんです？
I love that he went to her for this.
いい話題か。
Sneak.
好物の海藻に当たったまんま意識が戻んなくて。
Oh, it's that guy.
復帰できねえ状態だから。
Oh, wait,
Bro,
are
this
these
was
past
staged.
things- Are these connected?
Yeah, this has all been staged, I think.
名前が出てこねえ。アマトだったとか。
Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, they're killing
もしかして
the alcoholic dude.
Yeah.
それだそれ。っておい。なんでお前知ってんだよ。
Okay, so
A lot happened.
I don't know if Lacan. Yeah, I love she drops that line again. I wonder. I don't know if it's Lacan specifically, but it sounds like someone is taking these guys out to take their place. But why take the tools?
Yeah, I don't know what these ceremonial tools are, right? Like I don't know what religion is even being practiced at this time in China. Like there's so much
It might
like
not even be
historical stuff, I don't
religious.
know.
It could be like a
It might not be religious. Yeah,
Yeah.
it might be something else. Just
secular rite of some sort.
yeah.
I bet this is, yeah, okay. We're all seeing some crazy stuff come together. It's interesting that they have taken what was mostly felt like kind of filler episodes, and they're all like, oh yeah, by the way, these are all
Coming
connected.
together. That was all important. Yeah. Yeah, not so filler anymore. That's really cool.
Yeah.
暗い中一人で歩いてた感情。場外まで送っていってやったらしいんだよ。
Oh, okay. This is something that
Oh.
recently happened.
Oh, that's the girl. That's the other girl who likes herbs.
すぐに使いたくなるか。
Oh,
I don't want to metagame this too hard, but if we look here,
歩いてた感情。
see your hair?
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
このキセルはその時に礼でもらったんだと。
Mm.
こんな立派なものをもらったら。
So, okay, if that is her, and Lacan saw that thing, he held it up and he's like, there it is. This is what he's like, oh, no, there's nothing wrong. Cause he gave it to her. She's connected to
give it
him
to
in
him.
some way, maybe parentally. And then she gives it to him cause cause an explosion so that they can take stuff, they can loot without any, yeah, it's coming frickin' together.
Yep.
もしかするとあらかじめ顔を隠していたのかもしれません。
Frickin' her, I bet.
ああただ女にしては上背があってなんか薬の匂い
Smells like medicine. There it is.
Frickin' knew it.
やがて必然になった時、
It's the
Yep.
Elden Ring thing.
ここにその長身の
No, it looks like it. Yeah.
なるほどお前は見た目によらず
Huh? Then you look.
Hitting her hard looks like.
バカ力なのでもう少し手加減。ん
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Freaking Jinshi, bro.
Dude, she's so funny.
随分仲が良いようだな
そうでしょうか。気になることがあったので
Oh my gosh.
私断言はできませんが、どれも事件か事故か判断のつかない案件ばかりです。ま
Hmm.
だ偶 偶然が重なっただけの可能性も捨てきれません。
Did he want her to figure these things out?
乗り気ではないのか？
乗り気？
Maybe.
私は単なる下女ですので、言われた仕事を行うだけ
Is she Yeah, usually she's interested in solving these kind of mysteries. Is she uninterested because it might have to do with Suire? I think that was her name.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
wonder if she
Or like, does she suspect a little bit more, or is it the fact that like Lacan is still around, and so maybe that's in the back of her mind?
She think that this could? I don't know how she could tie this to Lacan though to make her. Like,
I don't think she is yet. I don't think she is yet. There's no clear connection, but we'll see.
こういう名だったんだが。
強盗、薬の一種であり牛の胆石。1000いるうちの1頭しかないとされる薬の最高級品。
What?
もしかしてそれをくれるというのか？本当か？嘘じゃないだろうな。
Jeez, bro. Oh my gosh. She didn't even realize she climbed on the desk.
Lined up on the desk without noticing.
ジンシ様の思うままに。
ということで教師、手配を頼む。
Oh my gosh.
Oh
これ
man.
は偶然に見せかけられたこれらの事件が重なり合う必然が起こる場所があるはずだ。ここまで手をかけて盗んだ細具が使われるとすれば。
Like, are they worth a lot or something?
なりの希望。
Yeah,
Oh,
like
maybe
the
it's an
only-
important ceremony.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like, I guess there's two things: stopping the ceremony entirely by taking out the ceremony people and the tools. That, like, whatever the ceremony is, absolutely can't happen without any of those things. Or, like, what I think is less likely is like you take out the ceremony people. Because remember that one guy was like, "I'm good enough," right? He was like, "Oh, I'm good enough. I'm good enough," right? You don't
Which
remember
guy?
that? There was
I
some
don't
guy,
remember that
it was
now.
like right at the end of an episode, he was just like, "Oh, I'm good enough for this," or whatever it was. But I wonder if someone's trying to take these guys out, then take the tools either, I don't know, maybe to practice with, or maybe to like be a guy who comes in and says, "Well, I have tools, I could be the ceremonial guy." And maybe he's trying to force himself into a position, or maybe he's trying to be in that position to have some influence over something. I don't know. It's something like that, but I can't quite
Yeah,
put my
like if the
finger on
tools
what
are
it is.
gone and it's a ceremony of either cultural or spiritual significance, I just can't imagine why they can't just make more. Right? Like, is it like a sacred thing where it's like, I guess we just don't know enough about the nature of the ceremony. 'Cause
That's the
in my
thing,
mind, I'm
right?
just thinking like, yeah, like, okay, like, why don't you just make another tool and do the ceremony again, right? Like, why
Right.
do you need those tools specifically? But who knows?
Right.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. Mhm.
終始以上だろう。いつ行われるのかすべて調べた方がいいな。そういえばジンシ様もよくみそぎをしていた。
祭事に興味があるなら、ここにいいものがあるぞ。
I wonder if you could poison the ceremony. Like, again, we don't know what the ceremonial thing is, what the tools are, but I wonder if you could poison them. Just as she said, like, Jinshi is like purifies himself. I'm like, okay, wait a second. If you took these tools and you, if there was no one, the thing that like really fricks it up for me is like, why take out the people, right? If you could just poison the tools or something or affect the tools, then just do that. But you have to have the people out of the way too. So is someone going to step in with the tools that have been altered?
Yeah,
And then-
maybe it's how you administer the ceremony.
Right. So they
There has to be like
administer
a
it, and the tools
Flick
have
of
been
the
altered.
hand to
Right.
get the
Or maybe it's like
something like that.
a knife that's supposed to be dull that has been sharpened, and then they like step into place. So like, oh, I can do this position kind of thing. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
My brain's running at like a million miles a second trying to figure this out.
中央の祭壇の上にはヒレが垂れ下がっていて、
Oh,
毎回柱を下ろして
you weaken the pillar and it falls on somebody, like
Yeah,
the ropes or
maybe,
something.
right? That's what I was thinking too.
最初は強度が心配だったんだが、問題ないみたいで安心したよ。
There we go.
もし落ちたらと思うと心配で、
Okay.
強度について進言したら、こんな場所に飛ばされてしまった。
Bro, what? Wait,
Yeah, that's
but
like the worst thing to like send them for. But that's
Hold
what
on.
you could sabotage, right?
Yes, and if the person in charge knows about the vulnerability, that would explain why he got so quickly removed, right? Because if it was like something to be used in the potential future to remove somebody by having it fall down, you wouldn't want anyone to speak up about it. Jinshi.
Is it to kill the emperor? Or maybe Jinshi, yeah.
すみません。この会場で次に祭事が行われるのはいつですか？
いつって
Today, I bet.
ああちょうど今日
Oh no!
Oh. And did they kill the dad too, so no one to know?
これは長い時間をかけて練られた。
Hold on. If Lacan knows that Jinshi is connected to the Emperor, and that's why he said that he couldn't touch Maomao because he wasn't able to overrule Jinshi, if someone takes out the Emperor, or even Jinshi himself,
Or
either
Jinshi,
one,
yeah,
that opens up
has
a power
direct access
vacuum
to
for
Maomao.
Lacan to shake things up. And it also, if the Emperor goes away, that removes Lacan, or that removes Jinshi's opportunity of like having some kind of power against Lacan. Dude, if this whole thing is set up to kill either Jinshi or the Emperor especially, just to get to Maomao,
Tells you
bro,
the kind of person Lacan is, man.
the dude's a psycho. Holy
Yeah.
frick.
もしその予想が的中していたとしたら、
Oh no, but her dad said don't speak based on conjecture. I wonder
Yeah,
if it's...
is this gonna come back to bite her?
I know.
Oh no, these guards are gonna stop her. Yeah.
もっともだ。こちらはただの
Just say it.
何の
Say it out
権力
loud.
も持たない。
Make him sus.
命の危険があります。祭事を取りやめてください。
お前が決めることじゃない
Oh, come on.
投書箱に
Oh,
文を入れる
I thought he was gonna hit her right there.
ここで私を中に入れなければ後悔することになりますよ。
Bro, this guard's so dumb.
もしかしてそういうことですか？なるほど。あなたは私を邪魔して。
Mao, you're
Way to turn
freaking
the tables,
dastardly.
man.
工作した輩とつながっているとか。
Oh, no. Oh, God. Bro. He knocked her out, bro. That's a steel bat.
気を失いそうだ。こんな小娘にあんな物言いをされたら腹が立つだろう。わざとそうしようとだから仕方ない。最初は止まらない。大したことはない。まだ気を失うわけにはいかない。
Bro, she is so relentless, man. Good for her.
偶然ネズミが入ったとでも言って。
Oh, no.
飛ぶのは私の首だけで済むでしょ。
Oh, no. This is terrible foreshadowing, bro. What?
では私の言葉ならどうだい
No. No.
No, what is going on?
Dude, he's playing chess while we're playing checkers, man. What is freaking this guy doing?
にしても年若い娘を殴るとはどういうことだろうね怪我をしているじゃないか
What?
私が責任を取るよ
What? He's making her indebted to him.
こんな測ったようなタイミング。
Yeah, everything was planned, dude.
そんなことを気にしている場合じゃない。
Oh, Lacan.
Bro.
首をはねられないようにしないと。
Oh my gosh, bro. Who is this?
And is it actually happening? Frick!
Yeah, imagine if this is all fake. It's
But-
not like there's no vulnerability. It was
If I
she
could-
was just led to believe there was a vulnerability.
Okay,
Imagine.
the reason why I don't think that that's the case now is because Lacan's putting his name on it.
Yeah,
right?
that's a good point.
If he has set this up so that she will be indebted to him for getting her in there, and then he will
And
be
he'll
able to
get the
take the
praise.
credit for this whole frickin' thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and who is this?
Uh-oh. Bro, I'm so nervous right now for her.
Fuck! It's Jinshi!
Oh.
Holy frick. It was real.
Dang, bro.
Jinshi saved himself by putting her on this.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
Oh,
She didn't
Bro.
even know who it was.
紳士様ご応いただけますか
oh my gosh.
どうしたんだ
Oh.
その顔は
どうして紳士様がここにいるんだろ
Oh, she's losing
Oh
consciousness.
man.
う
Yes.
なんですみません先に
Oh. She is out of it, dude.
Frick, dude. What's
Got
the
a
game
concussion,
then
dude.
here? If he doesn't want to take out, if Lacan wasn't trying to take out Jinshi to get to, I don't know.
He was willing to risk Jinshi's life for this.
Yeah, does removing Jinshi get him access to Maomao because it puts him out of the way? I would think that it's like a win-win scenario here,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
I think
Like,
so too.
He takes credit.
He gets access to her either way, right?
Right.
Because one, he
Oh,
removes Jinshi.
No, he's shocked.
He is shocked. What?
He didn't anticipate this. Huh.
Huh? All my theories have gone out the window right now.
Yeah.
Like what?
I thought he was playing 5D chess, but apparently we were playing
Same.
6D chess. Oh.
Bro, she was seconds to spare, man. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, you
What
gotta
a
stitch her
scene.
sooner rather than later. She's starting to lose a lot of blood, man.
Yeah, you should probably maybe start jogging lightly.
Like, I don't know how far he's walked. Maybe. Oh, I guess the building's right there, so maybe not that far. But
Oh!
that was such a
Oh,
subtle look there on
man.
Jinshi at the end as well.
Yeah.
It was like anger, like controlled anger, determination. Like, I don't even know what to make of it. I don't even know what's going on, man.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I thought Lacan was behind everything.
Yeah, I thought it was Lacan takes credit for saving Jinshi. That gets him in a higher position with more access, right? To be able to possibly overwrite Jinshi's rule. Or Jinshi dies, that gets him out of the way. Now no one can stop him from getting to Maomao, right? So either way, it's a win-win. But the fact that he's shocked that Jinshi's
Yeah.
still alive, I assume that's what he's shocked about. It could be something else, but that's the most likely thing. That he's like, how did she... But like, then that's the thing though. Why let her go to Jinshi if he... Did he not anticipate that she knew what was going on? He must have anticipated it, right?
He
So why
must
would
have known,
be
right?
shocked?
There's no way that she'd go in there saying like, "Hey, this is going on." Like he knew what
Yeah.
she'd said, right? So
Right.
he knows that she knows. So the question is like, either he thought she was too late, and having Jinshi be alive takes like a I don't know, puts a thorn in his plan, right? Like it messes up his plan in some way.
He didn't think he'd
But-
be able to make a material, or she'd be able to make a material difference.
Yeah, but like at the same time though, maybe that's it. I don't know, because I was gonna say like, okay, this has clearly been a very well executed plan. It's been planned for a long time, and Lacan's been so far removed from any individual step that like he can just walk around free, knowing things would never lead back to him. So it almost makes me wonder: is he shocked because he was so sure he was gonna be successful? But like someone calculating enough to concoct such a plan makes me think they'd have like a backup sort of thing, right? Doesn't seem
For
like
sure.
the kind of person to put all their eggs in one basket. So
Maybe he
I don't
assumed
know.
that either Jinshi or her would die 100%. Right? One of them's dead, and it's probably Jinshi, because now he's kind of fricked. Right? He knows he's fricked because he knows that she knows, and he knows that she's probably going to put it together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like the most likely thing. Again, it's still the only question is like, okay, he didn't have any backup plan. He didn't have like anything else. He was riding on this all the way. That's the only kind of
True. Yeah.
question mark.
For a
but
man
at the same time,
with plans within plans, it's strange he doesn't have a backup.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's like number one thing is you have to have a backup plan, right? So
Yeah.
that's the only thing. But at the same time, like, yeah, you're right in that him knowing that she's gonna figure it all out would be a reason for him to be he looked shocked and scared, right? So it would
Yeah.
be like a reason for him to be scared.
I'm just so curious as to what he wanted and thought the plan would be to then make him so surprised on the outcome. That's what I'm so freaking curious about.
Yeah, so let's take Lacan out of the picture for a second. Like, I still think he's behind everything, but let's just say someone wanted to kill Jinshi.
Okay.
Who would have motive? You need to like execute something. You need motive, you need desire, and you need an opportunity, right? Like, who that we've seen, is this some other like character off to the side that's going to get introduced later? I don't think so, especially since the pipe was given by who I assume, we both kind of assume is related to Lacan somehow, but let's just say it's not Lacan. I can't think of anyone else, right? It's got to be Lacan.
Yeah, okay, so in that thought experiment of removing Lacan's direct involvement, let's say he's not involved, and let's say he just happens to see her rock up to this, and he happens to insert himself. And he goes, well, okay, I'm going to ingratiate myself to her by allowing her to go in, by you using my power here to allow her in. And then when he sees her come out being carried by Jinshi, it's just like, maybe he's shocked because he's like, what the heck happened? Like, what's going on in there, right?
But do you think he's reckless enough to, maybe he knew it was Jinshi, and maybe he knew that if Maomao interrupted Jinshi's right, nothing would happen because he likes her?
Maybe he would, because he said, yeah, that's true. Initially, he said, like, I'll take responsibility. So you saying that would make me think, well, then he must know. But if he assumed that she just wanted to go in and he didn't know about the plot, which I think is unlikely, but potentially, then he's like, oh, if she goes in, she's going to get in trouble. And then I'll take responsibility. She needs to be punished. Well, I'll be the one that takes over, and I'll be the one that takes care of her and makes her work, and she'll be my servant because that'll be her punishment, right? Or whatever. I don't know. Something like that, maybe. I think that's the more unlikely scenario, though. I do think he's involved just because I don't understand. From a meta perspective, it doesn't make sense for him not to be like the mastermind, but it could be like a red herring, right? It could be frickin' false flag.
True. Every good mystery has at least one, right?
Right.
So, yeah, but for the red herring to be something this key, it seems unlikely, right?
Yeah.
No, I do think Lacan is a primary cause. Now the question is like, what was he expecting? Because clearly, whatever he was expecting didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we get 2 episodes. Thank you.
This is the best episode to have a double for. Holy frick.
Oh, bro, imagine if we ended on this one. Oh,
That's
man.
crazy. All right, well, I'm super excited. Let's get to the next one.
Let's do it. Dude, her face bone's got to be shattered.
True.
Seriously.
Dude, that club was so like flattened on the sides that the impact area is huge.
Yeah. Like, I wonder if this would leave like permanent brain damage, maybe?
I doubt it. I doubt they'll go into brain damage, but I guess you never know.
I mean,
起きたところで悪い
even a mild concussion can cause permanent damage.
盗まれた金具は彫金細工師によって作り直されたのですもしこの金具が熱で壊れるようになっていたら
Oh, frick.
Oh, it's the candle that was on there.
金属だぞ
Yep.
いえおそらく何も知
So
ら
he's
ず
unwittingly
依頼された通りの
put
金
in.
具を作ったのだと思います
He
Yeah.
just built what was ordered. This is the same guy that put the salt in the drink.
知ったところで面倒なだけだ
She doesn't want to know.
もう私には関係ない
That's what you think.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
例の事件水霊という感女が関係していたんだが
やはり水霊か
Yep.
死体で見つかったよ
What?
他にはいない水霊一人だけだ
No way.
あれほど細々としたことを全部
No,
一人で
she didn't.
Go check the corpse, Maomao.
あの時の試すような口ぶり
ここに朝顔を植えるわ
Is it possible she's in a slumber?
お願いしたいことがあります
I wonder if she knew that she was gonna take.
Yeah, some paralysis medicine or something
Yeah.
that like
Either someone would administer it to her, or I think more likely she gave it to herself, which is why she drops the hint to Maomao about the resurrection stuff to get her to think, connect the dots of you're not dead, and this will resurrect you, right? Whatever she's going to administer to wake her up.
なんだ、
水霊を検視したいかんとお話がしたいのです死体置き場で
she's making it seem as if
好奇心に負けた
oh, okay, so this is legit legit excitement.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna
I was like-
break it down
yeah,
from
I
the
was like,
top.
what?
It's like,
何をする
how you know you're not gonna hit her?
水霊じゃないそんな
She escaped?
When did she get swapped?
本当に水霊でしたか
Oh man, I wish I could remember what I was thinking before, but I was thinking, what if Lacan used that
Comes and rescued
drug
her?
to like fake her death? But then I was thinking like, no, there's no way Lacan would like fake her death. Like maybe she did it, but okay, so maybe there is much more to this than I was anticipating. Yeah, okay. Huh, I wish I could remember the full thing I was thinking, and I just was kind of like, no, I don't think that's it. Frack. But yeah, something like this.
毒の正体を解明するために死体を
Oh, bro. She played the long game, bro. She basically seduced him, not quite full on seduction, but like made him fall in love with her so that when the time came, he wouldn't think to like, you know, examine more fully. That's what she expected.
man.
Yeah.
持ち出すにしても目立つだろ
持ち出す必要はありません
どういうことだ
She'd walk out.
Yeah, it wore off.
自分で歩いて帰ったのです代わりの死体が燃やされた後なら完全勝利だったはずですがそんな真似はさせないこんな人物がさっさとくたばっては面白くないだろう
Oh, jeez,
帰
Maomao.
りの妙薬絶対に作り方を教えてもらう
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
なんだ
Freaking Maomao.
足を縫ってもらえませんか
Oh no.
Oh.
なので
それを早く言え
Yeah, okay, so it's either basically confirmed that she's
Going back to
Lacan-
this concubine.
Yeah,
Haven't seen her
right?
in a while.
It's been a long time.
But
It's
yeah.
either confirmed that Jinshi is that Lacan is working with Surei, or Surei is the daughter of Lacan. Because
Yeah.
either she's crazy smart, which it seems like she may be, or Lacan is like the mastermind we know he is, and he's orchestrated some crazy plan. Now, the latter, both of them would be unfortunate, really, because Maomao seems to like this girl for all sorts of reasons. And if it's her half-sister, it's just unfortunate in a sense. At least she'll have someone to connect to, I guess. But if it's really Lacan's whole plan this whole time, it's not necessarily her half-sister, then she's like really happy about this plan that Lacan has come up with because it's such a masterful plan. Yeah, then it's unfortunate. So has Jinshi not put it together what's going on with Lacan?
Probably not fully.
He doesn't like alcohol?
人種の仮面をかぶると決めてからこうして毎日男でなくす薬を飲み続けて
Oh.
本当に不能になりますよお前だって同じだろ子はもう成人していますし先日孫がもう一人生まれました
Bro, this is confirmed. He's not a eunuch.
They're
He's
both
not
not
a
eunuchs.
Well, he might be a eunuch now.
No, he
might have had kids.
No, because
he might have had
he's
kids.
like, you will become impotent at some point, and he's like, yeah, but what about you
Oh,
too?
true. Yeah, I was thinking that he was a eunuch before, or he was like not a eunuch and then he became one. But no, you're right. He's not a eunuch either.
They're both freaking hiding the fact that they're freaking not eunuchs.
Oh, dang.
What is going on here?
Bro.
What is going on? Oh.
Oh, he's only 19.
19? Yeah, I was going to say, wait. 24, is he not? Jinshi retires.
What?
He can retire, I guess.
Yeah, but like, what did the emperor ask of him to do? Dang.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. She's so pretty.
You're smitten.
Dude, she's great. She's the best one.
He doesn't know about himself. What? What is... He doesn't know who he is, I don't think.
No, he has to know because they had a conversation with Lacan where Lacan's like hinting towards his true nature. And then wasn't Jinshi like, oh, he freaking knows.
I think it's because he thinks he's the emperor's brother. He doesn't realize that he's the emperor's son. And I don't know if the emperor knows as well.
I don't know. But what did he said right here? He just needs to make himself a new prince?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe he knows he's his son.
Is he talking about himself?
I don't know.
Is he talking
that was
about
a
the
very...
emperor needs to make himself a new prince? Like make a new child?
Yeah, he needs to get a yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand this part. Frick. And I don't know if it's because I'm stupid or if I'm not supposed to understand yet.
I don't fully understand it either. So I don't think it's just you. Maybe we're both being dumb. People in the comments will let us have it.
I feel like it's not conveyed exactly what's going on, but I feel like there's enough information.
We should have enough information.
Know.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling at like right now too.
Yeah, I feel
we can come back and watch the sequence once the episode's over. Let's come back and just rewatch it real quick.
Oh
jeez.
Dude, this lady's wild.
Yeah.
Dang, all right, Mao, chill out. Oh no.
Oh,
what is that all
it,
about?
I wonder.
One of the three princesses is being bought out.
Yeah.
And that guy's worried because he's the one who goes around to see her.
Yeah.
Just to look for a glimpse of her. What a freaking simp. Oh man, that's funny. Huh. Yeah, a lot has. I feel like there's so many
Yeah.
little breadcrumbs, and I feel like if we knew all of the details more intricately, we could figure out exactly what.
Yeah, there's like I feel like there's stuff that we've missed and stuff that we should know.
Yeah,
And like stuff that's been hinted at but hasn't been like explicitly revealed. Let's go back and watch Jinshi's inner monologue real quick. I just want to see. I want to see exactly what he says.
Sure.
ローラン妃の父親が先の皇太后に気に入られた重臣であり、下手に扱うわけにはいかない。
Hold on. What did it say? There was a previous Empress Dowager's favorite.
Dowager's favorite, yeah. So he was
the favorite of the old emperor.
No, so
Is an important high-ranking official who was the previous Emperor Dowager's favorite.
yeah, so that's the mom of, I think, of the current emperor. She was the emperor mom's favorite.
No, this concubine here, her father is an
Lolan's
important
father.
high-ranking official.
Yeah.
Who was a favorite of the previous emperor.
No, Empress Dowagers, the one who gave birth to the emperor, is this guy's favorite. Like here, let me.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, let me just
gonna-
make sure I'm being 100% right on what Empress Dowager means. Title given to the mother or widow of a Chinese, Japanese, Korean, or Vietnamese emperor. Yeah, so it's the mother. So it was this high-ranking official was the mother, was the emperor mom's favorite. So
I guess. So he's trying to get back into the good graces with the emperor by having his daughter conceive a child with the empress's son.
yes.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what his whole play here is, but his mom, the emperor's mom, really liked this guy.
Yes. But now that she's gone and the emperor's in place, he probably doesn't have as good of a position anymore. Right? So if
he's still a high-ranking official. I don't know how that all means because I don't know the structure of their government. Like, I assumed the emperor was the end-all be-all. Like, why would he care about what this guy thinks? But it seems like maybe he has enough wealth or influence, even if it's like background influence on like the kingdom. Maybe the emperor doesn't want to piss this guy off because he could cause trouble for the emperor in kind of covert ways, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
られた重臣であり、下手に扱うわけにはいかないから。
He needs to be careful around her.
Okay, because the emperor can't piss off this girl because she'll run to daddy and she'll tell the dad, and then the dad could then in turn cause trouble to the emperor.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
少女の頃、
The empress who gave
Dowager.
birth to
Yeah.
the current emperor when she was just a girl,
そ
okay?
の重
Then she gave birth to another child 10 years later,
数年、
Yeah.
もう一人、
who also gave birth to another child 10 years later. And that is what we assume is Jinshi.
Yeah, so this is why Maomao's dad was kicked out. Because he had a choice to attend the Empress Dowager, however you pronounce it, or Lady Aduo. But because the current emperor's mom was at the time a concubine of the then emperor, he couldn't attend the prince's concubine. He needed to attend the emperor's concubine. And so
Audua was the prince's concubine?
at the time, the current emperor was only a prince at the time. Back then, right? And whoever was the current emperor was, the emperor's mom was giving birth at the time. And I forget exactly how the whole thing worked out, but essentially, Maomao's dad had to choose who to attend to, and a baby was lost, and then the whole swap thing happened where Aduo's child, Jinshi, was then given to the concubine, the Empress Dowager, as like that was actually her kid.
Okay, yeah.
That
So
makes sense?
that means that, yeah. So that means that the emperor, who was a prince at the time, had a baby with Alduo,
Yes.
and then that means that the emperor's baby is still alive and is Jinshi,
It's Jinshi.
and then that
yes.
means the emperor's prince, the emperor's son, is Jinshi.
Yes. But I don't know if the emperor knows that. And because I don't know, Aduo, it seems like she didn't know it at the time, and she either
She learned at
deduced
some
or
point.
found out, or at
Yeah.
some point, yeah. And so it remains to be seen, did she tell the emperor, right? Or did the emperor figure it out, or is the emperor still clueless? Right? Because then he would
Hmm.
think that that Jinshi is his brother rather than actually his son. Right? Like that's what the emperor would think.
Yeah, so the emperor either thinks he's his son or his brother.
Mhm.
And you're saying that you
Yeah.
think he thinks he's his brother?
I think so. Right? Like why the role that Jinshi currently has doesn't seem to me like the role the emperor would want to give to his son. Right? I could be wrong. Maybe this is
Yeah.
like clearly Jinshi has a lot of power and everything, of course, but like this seems more of a administrative role rather than a
Yeah.
I'm going to prepare you to be the next emperor kind of role. Like
Right.
obviously there's some administration required being an emperor, but still like it just seems a little bit disconnected from what I'd expect the prince would be. But then like does Jinshi himself even know? I don't know.
But didn't
like
he say to Lacan at some point that Lacan knew his true nature?
Yeah, but maybe Lacan thinks that he's the emperor's brother. Because they're not showing it
But
like
that's
right
not-
like
But
the whole
doesn't everyone know then that Jinshi is the emperor's brother?
I don't know, because they were saying at the garden party, like, oh yeah, the emperor's brother doesn't show up very often. He's really weak. He's like sickly, essentially, is the impression that I got. So he's like kept locked away. So I don't know. It's all very weird. I don't exactly fully know what's going on, but
Okay, let's
Yeah,
look at this here for a second.
Sure.
つきっきりになり何事もなく無事に出産を終えた
So the birth with Jinshi,
no, this is a birth with the emperor's actual brother.
right?
だがアードー妃の出産は皇太后の出産と重なったためにないがしろにされ結果アードー妃は子宮を失い
So they were both right. They both were birthed fine. It's just that one of them was poisoned by accident, and then the babies were swapped. But wait, when were the babies swapped? They were swapped before the poisoning.
I don't know when the babies were swapped. I don't remember the
今
exact
の皇帝の
details.
初めての巫女も間もなく亡くなったもしその時の子が今生きていればくだらぬ妄想だ
So okay, so the problem was there that the Aduo lost her uterus, so she couldn't have any more kids. And then it says, and then soon after, the baby died. So yeah, so it looks like they were both born essentially, Jinshi and the other baby, but the babies were swapped.
Happened.
Yeah, and then the poisoned baby ends up dying, and Aduo thinks it's hers.
Yeah.
And she didn't know at the time that it was hers, but then she eventually found out.
Yeah, and she's potentially the only one who knows other than, but even Maomao doesn't know.
No, Mama doesn't know. She doesn't know Jinshi's true nature. That's why she was asking herself, like, well, why was Jinshi there at the ceremony?
Yeah.
It's like, never mind. It's not my problem to find out. That'll just get me in trouble.
Freck, I want to know more about what I'm supposed to know and what everyone else knows, so that the reveals at the season finale are more like exactly the reveals that I'm supposed to be knowing at the time, so they're maximum interest value. Okay, well, yeah, this is freaking interesting. I may have to go back and look at a couple of those previous episodes to make sure I'm on the right track here.
Sure. Yeah, I think a good one that we can watch off air is the one with
one.
Yeah, the Odd Duo one, and then like when they talked about, oh, maybe it was the same episode, the Odd Duo one where they talked about Maomao's dad.
Yeah.
Dang. But so much was revealed this episode, dude. Holy crap.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's good having confirmation finally, knowing that Jinshi is not a eunuch. However, Gaosha not being a eunuch was a bigger
surprise.
shock.
Yeah,
that was a bigger shock. I had my suspicions of Jinshi ever since I saw him freaking fighting and being all ripped.
Yeah, no kidding. He's this ripped and he's taking freaking hormone suppressants.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's pretty insane. Yeah, and it might make him impotent eventually if he takes it too long. Like, I don't know. Well, I guess he needs to play the part. He needs to he's 19, but they're saying he's 24, right? They're saying he's 5 years older, so it gives him a younger look and all that stuff. So yeah, but he says it's his punishment. He said it.
There's so many questions, man. There's so many questions.
Yeah, what did the freaking emperor ask him?
Yeah, true.
Man. To have been a fly on the wall during that conversation. Yeah, that's when we'd know what the emperor knows. But I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say that right now the emperor thinks Jinshi is his brother. I don't think he thinks he's his son.
I would take that bet, yeah.
Yeah, however, Jinshi, that I don't know exactly. Because he did say what he needs to do is make himself a new prince, right? So those are very specific words.
Yeah, okay. He said he needs to make himself a new prince, not a prince, a new prince.
Yes.
That means he knows that he is the prince and he wants a replacement prince so he can be done with this whole thing. You wouldn't say a new prince if there's not already an old one.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But now that I think about it, actually, Jinshi saying a new prince. Well, okay. So, do you think Jinshi knows, but the emperor doesn't, and Jinshi hasn't told the emperor?
Yeah, because I think here he says this almost like spitefully, right? Right?
Yeah, and I guess he had private conversations with Admiral.
He doesn't want anything to do with this, right? There's a reason why he's hiding his eunuch status, why he's not being forthcoming with this information. He just wants to be out. He wants a new prince to come out, and he wants to be able to walk away from this whole thing. Maybe. That's...
So, how would a new prince appearing allow him to walk away from this, though?
I mean, he knows his true nature, so maybe he just can't let it go in the fact of, there's potential that he could still uphold the emperor's dynasty by being his child. Right? Maybe it's a duty, right? He feels like a duty of, hurry up and make a new prince.
Duty. Yeah.
So I can... move on from this. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know though. I don't know. It's complicated.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna hold to my original kind of statement. I think the emperor doesn't know, but I'm gonna say Jinshi does know, especially since he had private time with Adwal. I think she told him. I think at a certain time she told him, "Hey, listen. Look in the mirror, then look at me. You're my son."
Yeah. And the other thing is there was that night where she went to go see him, right? And they both, and then he was drinking and He has to know. He has to know because either she told him then and then he was like getting drunk because like this was such a massive revelation, or the fact that she was leaving and he wouldn't be able to see her anymore and he knows it's his mom and he's like, oh, frack, I'm getting drunk over this, right? So that's, he's got to know. There's no fucking way. There's no way.
Yeah, that just like the only thing, right? And we just talked about it. It's just like, okay, then why is he here? Why is he doing this? Why doesn't he tell the emperor?
Right.
Like he just wants a normal life away from the palace, probably. But then it's like, okay, then why is he here right now in the first place? And
maybe to facilitate more babies.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, George. I don't understand.
Yeah, it really feels like we're like right on the edge of having so many questions answered. Like a lot of questions were answered, but it's like not enough. We're like 2 steps from the edge.
Know.
And we
I
just
feel
need
like
a little
so
bit
close,
more.
but I feel like there was information in previous episodes that if we had remembered or paid attention to better, that we would be able to piece together a lot of it. Not all of it, but a bunch, at least some questions would be able to be answered that we're wondering about now.
I think we've gotten the majority of it. I don't think we're supposed to know whether the emperor knows. And I don't know, maybe we're supposed to know whether Jinshi himself knows. But I think given the stuff that we do remember and our deduction of saying, okay, Jinshi himself knows, I think that's on the right track. Obviously, this is all subject to change, and I could be totally wrong, but I think we're on the right track.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure we're on the right track. It's just how many questions we can get answered before the reveals happen. That's the question.
Yeah, true. Wow.
All right. Well,
good stuff.
This is a fun one.
Good episode. Yeah, this is 2 great episodes. I'm glad Maomao was safe. There's no permanent damage apparently.
Yeah.
Seems like she's okay. Might just have a gnarly scar on her leg, but other than that, healing pretty well. Good for her. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Like Graham said, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, it's live publicly right now. You don't have to wait like us to get all these reveals and see our reaction to it. It is live right now on Patreon and the channel membership. So check those out if you want to watch this and all our other stuff right now, 2 weeks ahead of time. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, everybody.
Take care.